Welcome back, guys. How's it going? It's just going to be an episode with just me on it because Max has some things with work that happened. So I'm going to be recording this one, and then we're going to record the next couple days for the weekend games. But I guess he also just didn't want to take the heat for what happened because everybody on TikTok's trying to kill us because we said that the Lions were going to beat the crap out of the Eagles, and they indeed did not do that. So I'm going to go over the games, and we'll get to that one in a little bit. So the first game that we got to talk about is the Dolphins and the Commanders. Well, I mean, the Commanders, they're just really not a good team right now. I mean, you got Mariota. He's not looking amazing. He's not looking bad. I mean, the defense is also just it looks a little better that Dan Quinn's not calling the plays for him. But I mean, it's just not a great. They're just not a good team, really. The Dolphins also, I mean, they just have playmakers, so they can pretty much do whatever they want. Like Devon Achane he's been balling the last couple weeks. I mean, Jalen Waddle's playing pretty good. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't a great game, and they never are great games really overseas. The only really good one that we've had so far this year was probably the Colts and the Falcons game. That was probably the best one that we got. I really don't have much to say on this game. I mean, the Dolphins, they look better, like, than how we all thought because they looked like they could be the worst team in the league. But, you know, they have looked significantly better since the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. And then we go to the upset of the week. Well, I guess you could say it's upset. I kind of said that I thought that the Jaguars would win. But Chargers and the Jaguars. So Justin Herbert, I think, got hurt in this game and then came back in. Pretty sure he came back in. But the Chargers offense just looks really bad. They can't block for Justin Herbert either. I don't know what they have to do with their O-line to help him, but it's just not working. I mean, he's gonna get hurt if their line can't stay healthy. And I've seen some things that Mekhi Becton did not play good in this game either. And I've also seen people saying that Trevor Lawrence outdueled him. But if you think about it, Trevor Lawrence didn't play great. He played all 4 quarters. And he only threw for 153 yards, 1 touchdown, but they were running the ball all over the place. Like Bashal Tutin, 74 yards and a touchdown. Etienne had 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence had a touchdown. And then Tim Patrick caught one. Like they were dominating them in this game. And the Chargers probably aren't going to be that good when they play teams that can get a pass rush because if they can just pin their ears back and go at Justin Herbert and not have to blitz or anything, it's going to be a problem for the Chargers because there's just no one that will block for him. Like they wouldn't sign Mekhi Becton, and I didn't watch the game fully, but I know that he was bad from what I've seen. So we'll move on to the next one. This is going to be fun. So we got the Steelers and the Bengals. It just, Joe Flacco finally has a really bad game. And, it's not like we couldn't run the ball. We just, it's just going to happen. It's a division game. The Steelers, they always have a game where they beat the shit out of us. But Jamar wasn't getting the ball very much. He did get targeted. He just didn't catch it. Or he was like, whatever happened. Same with T. They both had 8 and 10 targets. But, they just, I think the Steelers, when they have Jamar playing over top, or not Jamar, I don't know why I said that, Jalen Ramsey playing over top, which I think he was playing safety this game. I could be wrong. I don't think there was... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jalen Ramsey was playing safety again this game, but he would also come down and I think play some nickel sometimes because he was guarding Jamar, and that's when they did their thing and Jamar spit on him or whatever. Which I'm not excusing. I'm not gonna hate I know people are like super upset about him spitting on him, but I didn't see all this discourse about spitting when fucking Jalen Carter did it. So I don't know why it's a crazy big deal when Jamar does it, but everybody is acting like it's not that crazy when Jalen Carter does it. And Jalen Carter didn't even play a snap in his game, so whatever. But the big news about this game is Aaron Rodgers breaks his wrist, and Mason Rudolph comes in, and he honestly looked way better than Aaron Rodgers has. Um, Also, I think they lost Jalen Warren this game as well, which is not great. But I think Caleb Johnson will do fine if that's who they end up picking to play over him. But sorry, oh Jesus Christ! But Kenneth Gainwell was the leading receiver on the day. Darnell Washington looked like a fucking truck. I mean, the Bengals are just so bad. Like, I got a little bit more faith once we got Flacco, but then, like, once we got Flacco, our defense looked significantly worse than any other time in the season. Like, I know that our defense wasn't good, but I mean, it was never like this, even this season, it was like not as bad as it's been because I'm pretty sure all season long, I don't think we've like gave up a shit ton of points like every single game. Yeah, like we only gave up 16 to the Browns, which obviously, but like we beat the Jaguars, only gave up 27. Minnesota, we gave up. Buddy, go. You're not getting any more food. I just fed you. And then yeah, but so the Vikings, I mean, they scored 2 of their touchdowns on defense, and Jake Browning was terrible in that game. Same with the Broncos. I mean, for us only scoring 3 points, can't go upstairs. You gotta go upstairs. You're being too loud. Go upstairs. Yeah, but I mean, the Bengals, they're just bad. I mean, the defense is atrocious, especially last like 4 weeks. It's been really bad. Actually, 4 weeks. Yeah, it wasn't too bad against the Packers, but yeah, I mean, it's just the Bengals are pretty much done. The Steelers, I think they have a better chance of winning with Mason Rudolph, but I don't think that they're going to win anything. And luckily, Max isn't here to dispute this because he'd probably be like, oh, no, we're going to win this and that. No, the Steelers are not really that good of a team. I mean, if we're being honest, they're not. Anybody can put up 30 on the Bengals. They just did it with 2 quarterbacks. And, like, it's just, the Bengals are just embarrassing. And they didn't even really put up 30 points. The fucking defense put up more points than the offense did almost. So it's really, like, the Steelers are just, I don't think they're that crazy good of a team. I know there's probably some Steelers fans that are like, yeah, we're not that good. But I also know there's some that are probably saying that they are good, which is ignorant because I don't know how you can watch them play and think they're a good football team. I know their defense. Like, when they play division games, their defense plays a lot better, but that's division games. When they don't play in the division, their defense looks not great. Oh, let's go. USA scored. Nice. I'm playing Uruguay? That's not good. And then we'll move on to the next one because I don't want to talk about the Bengals. I'm over it. I'm ready for the season to be over and Zach Taylor to be fired and Joe Burrow to come back next year. And if he comes back this year, we're just begging for him to ask for a trade. So this next game, we got the Packers and the Giants. Jameis Winston coming in. Well, the Packers, their offense, I mean, they scored 27, but I mean, it's not like their offense looked amazing. But they also had Malik Willis in for a little bit, and also Josh Jacobs got hurt, so I can't really blame them for that one. But they're also playing the Giants, and every time they play a bad team, they almost lose. So it's kind of like, what do you expect? But it's not like the Packers just have so many receiving weapons on their team. It's like, I know they're hurt a little bit right now, but Christian Watson coming back is big for them. He's a downfield threat. He's like 6'5", and he runs like a 4.4 or like a 4.3. So always nice to have that on your team. Jameis, on the other hand, came in. I mean, he obviously he's not going to play amazing. He hasn't played in like a year and a half, 2 years or something. Because I don't remember if he played last year or not, but because he's on the Saints last year, maybe. I'm not sure. But the Giants had a good game plan. I mean, they just ran the shit out of the ball. I mean, obviously it didn't work, but I mean, what else can you do? I mean, Jackson Dart, when he comes back, he's gonna have to change how he runs. If he doesn't change how he's running the ball, like running with the ball, then he's probably not. He's probably gonna be like Cam Newton. Like he'll have a good couple years, and then he'll just end up phasing out because he fucking is gonna have 90 concussions. I mean, he's already had 2 concussion scares this year, and he's played like fucking like 5 games or 6 games or something. But yeah, I mean, the Giants, you can't really expect their quarterback to do much when your number one receiver right now is Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson, he's a good receiver, don't get me wrong, but he's a number 3. And on some teams, he'd probably be a 4. There's most teams he's a 3. And I mean, Theo Johnson's good, but Jameis Winston's not really a tight end type of guy because he doesn't like to throw the ball inside the numbers very much because that's where he throws all of his picks at. So you can't really expect much from that. I mean, I think I said I picked the Giants to win or cover. They didn't do either, but it was relatively close. So I can't really be too mad about it. Oh, they did cover. Never mind. It's plus 7.5. Yeah, which I'm not surprised about because Jameis is going to come in and he's going to rile your team up and get them going. But I mean, for the most part, because somebody was asking me on TikTok, "Oh, how did your picks go?" Because we obviously got the Eagles one wrong. Well, I picked the Dolphins to win, they won. I picked the Jaguars to win, and they won. I did pick the Bengals, but it's my favorite team. I'm going to pick them. I picked the Jaguars to cover, or the Giants to cover, and the Packers to win. They did. I picked the Bears to win, and how the fuck is it saying that Minnesota covered minus 2.5? They lost. Whatever. I picked the Bears to win. I picked the Texans to win, but I also said I think they would cover the spread. They did not. I picked Tampa to win. Bad one. But didn't think Josh Allen was going to turn into Josh Allen again. I did pick Atlanta in this game, which I shouldn't have. And you know what? This is part of the reason Max probably isn't here. Because he was like, oh, no, the Atlanta's just a better team than the Panthers. Well, they're like 3 games ahead of actually, I think Carolina might be in first in their division now. So, Max, you can suck my nuts. Let me check. I'm about to look at it right here. Hold on. Let's see where they at. Yeah, they're technically not first in the division, but they are 3 games ahead of the Falcons. So, fuck you, Max. Anyways, I just skipped over a couple of games. We'll go to the Bears and Minnesota. Minnesota, I mean, dude, JJ McCarthy's bad. He's bad. I know he's very young. He's got a lot of time to develop, but he looks like shit. Like there's some passes where it doesn't look like he can get the ball down the field. And you got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, Jalen Naylor's a good receiver. I don't understand how he can be this bad. And like that 9 shit, he's got to stop doing that because he's just embarrassing himself. That shit is not good. He's just terrible. And Caleb Williams, he looks like he's making a full turnaround. I know he didn't throw any touchdowns today, but you do what you got to do to win the game. And they won. And DeAndre Swift looked great. Comment on guys turning into Tyler Algier, just vulturing all of his touchdowns because he's significantly bigger than DeAndre Swift. But, I mean, they're using all the receivers. I mean, Caleb just has to fix the accuracy. That's his only real problem right now is his accuracy, which is a big problem. But he also, at times, can hit receivers very good, like in the chest, like wherever he needs it to be, whatever. Caleb, he'll figure it out. I believe he can. I think J.J. McCarthy can figure it out, but he also needs to stop with that 9 shit. Like it's kind of funny, but it's at the same time you just look dumb when you don't play good, and you're just giving people ammo to fucking throw at you all year long. Especially when you got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and T.J. Hawkinson. T.J. Hawkinson ain't done shit all year because of the quarterback situation, and I feel really bad for him. But it's that game wasn't great. It's good for the Bears. The Bears look amazing. There's a slight chance that they could win that division, which it's maybe a little bigger now because I think they're first right now. But I don't know. I feel like there's just something in me that thinks that they might not win the division, whether it's the Packers or the Lions or whatever. But I just don't see them winning the division personally. I think it'll probably end up being the Lions, but I would love to see the Bears win the division. I like seeing teams that kind of suck get up and go do some shit because the Bengals Sorry. The Bengals are trash all the time. And I love when the Bengals do good because it's my favorite team, but, they're ass because we got a shitty head coach who's a piece of shit and nobody likes. Anyways, getting on from that game, we got the Titans and the Texans. Davis Mills, he's doing his job. He's coming in. He's throwing the ball to Nico Collins. He's getting some yards. They can't run the ball. The running game is terrible. But, they won the game. It's not a great game to watch, I'll tell you that much. I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I think Cam Ward's improving slightly every week. Their run game is not great. Cam Ward was their leading rusher at 33 yards. They're also playing the Texans. Texans have top 3 or maybe 2 defense in the league, so I can't really blame them on that. Cam Ward, he's getting better. It sucks. He has no offensive line. He has no great receivers. His best receiver on his team right now is Alec Iamaner, and he's not a crazy great receiver. Calvin Ridley's garbage. But I think they'll end up figuring it out. This game was just not a great game. Lots of punts. Lots of punts. The whole second quarter was literally, there was 7 possessions in the quarter, and it was all punts. Every one of them. It was 3-0 at halftime. Titans scored that in the first quarter. And then in the second half, there was a touchdown. But, it's just punts. It's not a fun game to watch. You can be down here if you're not being crazy loud, buddy. I just need you to be a little quiet, okay? Come on. You want to be on camera? Yeah, no, you can't even see your face. You match my sweatshirt. But yeah, the Titans, at this point of the season, I wouldn't. I did not know that Calvin Ridley got carted off the field. That is unfortunate. I do feel bad for him, but does not change my mind on the fact that he is not a good football player. He's not bad, but he's not amazing. Anyways, yeah, Titans are bad at this point of the season. You might as well just lose every game. I think Cam Ward said we might as well just not even kick field goals or punt anymore. We might as well just go for it on 4th down every time, just to why not? You're bad. You are the worst team in the league. Speaking by record, they've won 1 game, and it was the craziest win I've ever seen, probably. But I wouldn't be mad about it if I was them. You just get another number 1 overall pick. I don't think they traded it. They might have, but I don't think they did. No, they didn't. Go out, either trade it for more picks to get in that same draft, or you keep that and you keep your pick. Go get you a fucking absolute stud defender, receiver, whatever you think you need most. Probably a receiver would probably be best, or an offensive lineman. But yeah, the Titans are bad, and I don't believe in the Texans either, but the Titans are really bad. This was probably the most fun game of the week. And most of these games, I'm going to let you know, I didn't get to watch every second of it, so everything I say, don't take it as fucking gospel, But, the Buccaneers, their defense has been really good all year, and then the Bills just come in and make them look absolutely fucking stupid. But Sean Tucker looked good. Baker didn't play amazing. He didn't play really bad either, but, he's definitely coming down from the MVP start that he had to the season. And the Buccaneers are also doing that because they're 6-4 now. I think they started off I think they lost 2 in a row or 3 in a row or something. But, yeah, honestly, the only person that really played amazing for either team in this whole game, well, actually, besides Sean Tucker, he also played really good. Josh Allen was unreal. This is an MVP game. And him and Otto Graham are the only people ever to have 3 touchdown passes and 3 rushing touchdowns in the same game. And Josh Allen, what are you doing, buddy? Josh Allen's done it twice in the last 2 years. Otto Graham did it once in the NFL fucking championship game or semifinal game or something in 1954. And I mean, it's just one of them games where Josh Allen is he's just being Josh Allen. I mean, he's got like, I think the most. What are you doing, dude? Wait, I don't know what that is. What's that? But he's just being Josh Allen. I mean, you throw 3 touchdowns and run 3 touchdowns in one game. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Kent, what are you eating the carpet for? Go upstairs, buddy. Go upstairs. You're being a psychopath. Stop eating the carpet. Yeah, but anyways, I still have a problem with the Bills not having they have to do something about receiver next year. Like their receivers are atrocious. Like they literally kept Keon Coleman out of the game. I don't know exactly if it was like a personal thing or like he just was because he's not playing good, which he's had a couple of good games, but he's not playing good in general. But yeah, I think they still need to get a number 1 receiver because I mean they just are. I don't think it's sustainable throughout the playoffs when you are playing some of the best defenses or you have to score a lot. Like if it wasn't for Josh Allen, which obviously they're gonna have in the playoffs, they wouldn't be scoring as much either but they're obviously gonna have him. But he's not going to score 3 rushing touchdowns every game and throw 3 passing touchdowns because that is literally the only reason they won this game. Tampa had a lead, and then Prater kicked field goal. Then Josh Allen, he did throw the touchdown, but then Baker scored. Josh Allen runs it in, and then Josh Allen runs another one in, which obviously they won the game. But it was a lot closer than the score indicates, which I know it's not like crazy. They lost by 12, but the Bills, they're like a weird team this year. I mean, they like good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad. I mean, it's like even there's some games they've won this year where they didn't look amazing, but you know, I don't know. I just don't really know if I trust the Bills. I don't think they're going to go and do anything in the playoffs, but I also don't think Tampa is either because they've been bad for weeks now, like multiple weeks, and I just don't see them. Either one of them really doing anything because I mean you got to be able to stop people, which is why I don't trust the Bengals, obviously. And the Bills' defense hasn't been great all season. It's been decent. Tampa's defense has been good, but then when they play a good offense, they look like shit. You know, and I don't know. We'll just have to see. Josh Allen's unreal. So that's my main takeaway from that game is Josh Allen is unreal. But I just don't see what the hell's on my foot. Oh, Stinkville. I just don't see them being able to maintain that in the playoffs. Just like how the Bengals are. If the Bengals had made the playoffs last year, they'd have lost the game by like 10 points and scored 40. You know. Now the game of this podcast because Max told me a couple weeks ago that the Falcons are so much better than the Panthers. Well, the Falcons have 3 wins. They have 7 losses. Panthers have 6 wins and 5 losses. And since that one podcast went, and they quit doing their podcast, Meow Mix or whatever, I think the Panthers are like 6-2 or something. Bryce Young had his best game ever, maybe. I mean, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Rico Dowdle didn't even run the ball good, which is this is a good sign for Bryce Young that he is able to throw the ball when they can't run it. Which I know they kind of stuck with the run still, which is it's always good to do. But Tatora McMillan had an insane game. He had a game-winning touchdown. Nobody guarded him for some reason. I know Bryce Young placed it over some linebacker's head too, or like little dude playing a flat or whatever. But it was a good touchdown. Jesus Christ. I felt like I was going to sneeze. But yeah, Tet was balling. I mean, 8 for 130 and 2 touchdowns is an insane game. 7 of his catches were for first downs, which is unreal. And then Xavier Legette, 4 for 83 and a touchdown. They just was spreading the ball around, dude. There's a lot of people that had a lot of catches. It was a good game by them. It was also a comeback game by them, too, because Bryce Young, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if did he get hurt? I think he got hurt, didn't he? I think he got hurt in this game. And came back in. I guess they didn't throw the ball when he was out, but I thought he got hurt, came back in. Led them to a win in overtime against the Falcons, which Michael Penix was playing really good. And then he got hurt. I think they said it's ACL injury again, which is like his fifth or sixth one that he's had. Maybe not that many, but he's had a lot. I mean, if you look at his injury history, there's probably if you had to look at it, there'd probably be pages of how much he's been injured since he's at Indiana and then going to Washington. Like, he's had injuries a lot. And it sucks because, I mean, he definitely would have been, like, obviously it's his first year fully starting this year, but he would have been, I think he's like figuring out how to play. But I mean, you got Bijan, that helps. Bijan was playing really good too. And looks like Raheem Moore's kind of backtracked a little bit because literally after, I think it was before this game this week, in some press conferences or something, he said that Tyler Algier is a superstar running back, and yeah, we just like something about him being a superstar, and then he gives him the ball 3 times because you're not throwing him the ball. Like, they threw it to him 2 times. Like, Bijan's basically a receiver. You could literally give Bijan the ball 18 times a game and then let Algier carry it 10 to 12 times and have the plays that Tyler Algier is playing running back, just have Bijan play receiver. Because your number 2 receiver is fucking Darnell Mooney, and he's not a great receiver. He's good. He's a good, like, option to have, but he's not ever going to do crazy good. But Bijan finally back to form, getting touchdowns, not getting vultured. But the only bad news for the Falcons is, which, I mean, it's not, I guess, all bad. The only bad thing really about it is they don't have their first-round pick because they traded it to get Xavier Watts and Steve Pierce, I think. But Drake London, he's amazing, as always. Bijan played unreal. He's had the second most receptions and yards. But yeah, I mean, you have all this talent. It's hard to be bad. I think Kirk Cousins is going to come in, and he's going to probably shit the bed, and they're going to end up probably signing another quarterback because how bad somebody just dropped a grenade down my steps. Dude, no. You can. I told you, you're being too loud with that bone. You got to get a different toy if you're going to do that. But yeah, upstairs. Go, come on, upstairs. Take your bone. There you go, buddy. Yeah, but I feel bad for Penix. I mean, it sucks. He's going on IR, season-ending IR, obviously. I think they said that he tore the ACL. Not 100% sure. I mean, the Falcons' defense still played good today. I mean, they got to Bryce Young 5 times, but, you know, the offense just once Penix went out, it just went downhill from there. I mean, the Falcons owned them in the first half. It was 21-7 at one point, and then Panthers just started scoring, and yeah, I mean, okay, my bad. Ted didn't have the game-winning touchdown. He had game-saving, basically, touchdown, and then Zane Gonzalez kicked a 45-yard field goal, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, the Panthers, they're probably going to end up making the playoffs, but they're not probably going to do much. I mean, I shouldn't say they're probably going to make the playoffs. They have a good chance to make the playoffs, but the Falcons are fucked. They don't have their first-round pick. It's not going to be good for them. You know, check how much time I've been going. 30 minutes. Okay. But yeah, I just, whatever. And then let's see. I think that was a 1 o'clock game. I think we're getting into the 4 o'clock. There was 4. I think the Panthers, I don't know. Doesn't matter. So the game after that is San Francisco and Arizona. Now, I have been adamant that Brock Purdy is bad, which I'm not saying he's bad, like, because some people are like, well, you couldn't go out there and do that. No, I'm not saying that I could, but I'm saying in terms of NFL quarterbacks, I personally think he's not great. But they had the right game plan today, which really helps out. Brock Purdy threw the ball to George Kittle, which he has not had happen really since he's been back. Juwan Jennings, I think Ricky Pearsall did not do shit. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I know he's been hurt all year. But oh damn, my back. I mean, you got McCaffrey, basically receiver. Jawan Jennings, he showed that he can be good. I don't think Jawan Jennings is going to show anything that he is a number one receiver, but he has showed that he can come in and fill a role to play a good receiver, play as a good receiver. George Kittle, obviously, when he's healthy, he's one of the best tight ends in the league. He's obviously getting older. There's some dudes, young guns like the dude in this game, coming to take their spot as a top tight end. Jacoby Brissett, I think he set the completion record ever in a game. I mean, he threw the ball 57 times, 452 yards, only threw 2 touchdowns, which is crazy. They ran the ball 14 times somehow. And Michael Wilson, 15 catches, 185 yards. Didn't even score a touchdown. That is a crazy stat line. I don't know how that happens. When you have Marvin Harrison, you can't do shit like this. Trey McBride had 10 catches. Greg Dortch had 6. Michael Carter had 5. Like, everyone was getting the ball. I don't even know who this dude is. I'm not even going to try and say that. But Trey McBride, maybe the best tight end in the league. Shit on me if I don't get every name, but I'm just thinking, like, off the top of my head, him, Brock Bowers, fucking... Yeah, those are only 2 I can think of at the moment. I was going to say George Kittle and Travis Kelce, but they're not up there anymore, really. George Kittle mostly because he's hurt every year. Trey McBride played really good. So did Michael Wilson. I mean, they had 200-yard receivers. Brock Purdy had 200 yards by himself. That's it. I'm trying to figure this out. How the fuck did they score 44 points? Touchdown. Field goal, touchdown. Okay. I guess they're just, they're just scoring, I guess. This is crazy. 44 points, or 41, sorry, not 44. I mean, the 49ers, I know I've said I don't think they're a good team, but also coaching is a big part of it. And it seems like to me, personally, that they could play anybody they wanted at quarterback and they would win games because of Kyle Shanahan. Because he just runs the perfect scheme, I think. Like, they've played good when they had, like, CJ Beathard playing, and, like, which is crazy. Purdy, he looked good. I can't deny that he looked good. But, I also thought the Cardinals would keep this close. Obviously, they did not. It was a bad game from the Cardinals. The Cardinals are also not a good team, but I just thought division game, there's a good chance they can keep it close. It was nowhere near being close. It was a terrible game. Oh shit! USA's went 4-0 in the first half. Love to see it. But yeah, I don't really got much to say about it. I didn't really get to watch these games, the 4:00 ones, so don't take anything I say like as anything, because I'm on third shift, so I got very much tired after the Bengals game, and I had to go take a nap. But yeah, the 49ers look good. I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything in the playoffs, really. I think they're third in their division still. They're playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a bad team. I know it's a division game. But the 49ers, they look good. And I think they'll keep looking good as long as Brock Purdy can stay healthy. I do feel bad about, is this game, the Rams and the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, when he plays in games that he has to win or needs to win, he just shits the bed. Because they finally looked decent running the ball today. And he still is giving the ball to JSN, but 4 picks, no touchdown passes. The defense held the Rams to under 100 yards after like midway through the second quarter or something, and like 5 first downs. So I don't really know how you can't just figure it out at one point or another in the game. Because I know that he didn't get sacked. I know he probably had pressure in his face the whole game, and he's probably shitting himself half the time. But, I mean, you just got to figure it out. Because the Seahawks, when your defense makes Matt Stafford look like a normal human being, you have to win those games. Because even, it was a 2-point game. Or was it 2? It's 21-19, right? Yeah. like it's a 2-point game and you lose, or you lose by 2, and your quarterback throws 4 picks, and they didn't turn the ball over but once, maybe. I think they turned it over once. Yeah, Puka fumbled the ball. Like you gotta figure that out. Like Sam Darnold has to figure that out. Every time he's in a big game, he shits the bed, and I just don't know if he will ever get out of that. I know he hasn't had a lot of crazy big games because it was mostly just last year, the last like 3 weeks, because the week 18, and then the first round and the second round. Actually, I don't even know if they won that first round. It might have just been 2 weeks, but yeah. But Devontae Adams got to 1,000 catches. I think it was what it was. He's like the 17th receiver to do it, which is funny because he's number 17. And he did it on 1 catch for 1 yard and 1 touchdown, which is hilarious. 8 targets, but he had 1 catch. So that is always funny to see. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this game besides, the Seahawks defense is unreal. So is the Rams defense. But, Matt Stafford's just a seasoned vet. I mean, he's what, like 30, 38 years old or something? Sam Darnold is, he's still relatively young. I think he's like 28, 29. Because he's only been in the league since like 2018. But he's been on like 5 different teams. And on the Jets, he was bad. I don't think he didn't play on the 49ers, I don't think. I don't think he played on the Panthers either. No, he did play on the Panthers. And then obviously he had an amazing year last year on the Vikings. And he's been having an MVP type season this year, but those type of games will screw you. When you have a bad game, it needs to be not that bad, because Matt Stafford had a bad game. He's 15 for 28, but he threw 2 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. So I don't know. I don't really know, because Sam Darnold is just a weird quarterback. I mean, he just can't do it in those big games. I don't know if he like shits his pants before the game or whatever, but I mean, there was 4 o'clock games. I just read this thing differently because we normally record on Monday. I'm recording on Tuesday, and Max is unable to, so I'm doing it by myself. Anyways, now my favorite game of the week. The Chiefs losing to the Broncos, because the best thing about this is that on Friday, I think it was Friday, yeah, Nick Wright said, "I guarantee you there's no way that the Chiefs lose to the Broncos and Mahomes gets outplayed by Bo Nix." Well, both of those happened, kind of. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess he kind of outplayed him, but he didn't throw any touchdowns, so is it really outplaying him? Whatever. I don't really know what the Chiefs' problem is. It kind of seems like it might be Mahomes, because you got all these weapons, and I just don't understand how you're bad. They haven't played good really in the last couple weeks, which I love to see personally. And I'm glad I didn't end up having to watch this game because I passed out. Mahomes is just turned into like a ordinary, regular-ass quarterback. I don't like he's starting. I know earlier in the year that I said that he should be considered still the best quarterback in the league, and that he is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Which his resume, he realistically is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Maybe I said he's a little high. I probably should be waiting until his career is over, but he has not looked good. There's people that are going to show fucking like advanced metrics and all kinds of stupid shit. But if you just watch him play, which I didn't get to watch this one, but I've watched the last couple weeks, like most weeks of it, he has not looked great. And a lot of it's they give the ball to their playmakers on like any way possible, and they mostly are doing a lot of the work. But Mahomes just has not looked good this year, and I'm not mad about it because I don't like him, and I don't like the Chiefs. But whatever. Broncos defense is unreal. If Bo Nix can play how he played today and just not turn the ball over, and they can kick field goals, they'll win games. I know that I say the same thing about the Eagles, which the Eagles win games. But, I mean, you don't see anybody on the Broncos crying about not getting the ball. And it looked like they hate their life when they're playing. But, I mean, the Broncos look good. Their defense is unreal. They don't even have their best defensive player. They didn't have one of their better linebackers because Alex Singleton didn't play, and they still looked unreal. And, I mean, they made 2 great signings in the offseason, so I'm not surprised by it. Yeah, they're just unreal. I think they're clearly winning this division, obviously, because I don't see the Chargers taking their spot. And I don't know if the Chiefs are making the playoffs. There's a small chance the Chiefs are making the playoffs at this moment. I know technically it's like 50% or something, but I just don't see that. Yeah, the Chiefs just look bad. They look really bad. And the Broncos, I mean, did they get to Mahomes? I want to see that. Sacked them 3 times. I mean, their defense is unreal. It is. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that game besides that. The fact that the Broncos are good. I mean, they're on like a fucking 8-game win streak or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. And hopefully the Chiefs don't make the playoffs because nobody likes the Chiefs unless you're from Kansas City or you're a bandwagon. So, and if you're from Kansas City, I understand you like the Chiefs. But if you're not from Kansas City and you like the Chiefs, you can go fuck yourself. Anyways, moving on to the Baltimore-Cleveland game. Like I said, did not get to sit up and watch this. I have seen a bunch of people saying, oh my God, Shador played so bad when he came in because Dylan Gabriel got hurt or whatever. I watched a lot of the highlights of it. I've watched every throw that he did, and there was a lot of them hitting dudes right in the hands or right in the chest. He did have some bad ones. I will say he did have some bad ones. But from what I saw, there was a lot that could have been done from the receivers to help the man out because he looked like he threw the pick he had was bad. And then he also threw one that almost went straight to Kyle Hamilton. But other than those, a lot of his throws weren't really that bad. He just has fucking dudes with bricks for hands or something because I don't know how you. Like, there was a couple of them that, like, Harold Fanning Jr., I think, had one hit him right in his hands, and he fucking dropped it. Same with Jerry Jeudy. I mean, it's not a good game for them. I mean, they almost won, which is good. I mean, Arthur 2 picks, and he used, which I think they turned the ball over twice too, right? No, just once. I mean, I don't feel like the Browns shouldn't feel really bad about it because realistically, neither one of these guys is going to be your franchise quarterback unless Shador, if they end up deciding to play him, plays unreal out of his mind. But their offensive line's so bad that there's no chance for him to really do that because he was also getting pressured immediately. Like, it looked like the Ravens D line was running through paper bags to get to Shador. So it's unfortunate for him, but it's gonna happen. I mean, look at fucking Justin Herbert. He's getting murdered every game. So, yeah, but I mean, the Ravens played good. Besides Lamar throwing 2 picks, I mean, it's probably his worst game of the season. 2 picks and 2 touchdowns. Mark Andrews had a rushing touchdown for 35 yards. I did not see that. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, and also one of the touchdowns, I forgot I did see this one. Lamar threw a pick 6, which is funny because I don't like either team. But I know that the Browns suck, which it would be nice if the Ravens would lose some more games. But I think they're on like a fucking 3 or 4 game win streak now. But yeah, I mean, bad game in general. I don't think people need to be freaking out about how Shador played because a lot of it wasn't his fault. I mean, he went 4 for 16. Unfortunate. He's throwing 25% your first time coming into play. But also, he does hold on to the ball too long a lot of times, which is a thing he needs to work on if he's going to play. But, I mean, he needs to have people that can catch the football. He needs it, or they're not doing shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't really got much to say about that game either. Besides, yeah, I mean, people need to fucking chill out with Shador. I know I kind of get tired of him being a cocky motherfucker all the time, but you know, especially when you're fifth round pick and he still is trying to look like that. But he'll be all right. He'll be fine. I got to do these games a little bit quicker than how I've been going because I've been going kind of slow. I normally do it a lot slower when I'm by myself than when me and Max are together. All right, now to the game that everybody wants to probably hear about. So, posted a TikTok about how me and Max said that we think that the Lions are going to beat the shit out of the Eagles. And obviously, the Lions lost. It was by 7. It was 16-9. People are acting like the Eagles beat the shit out of the fucking. Like, people are like, yeah, belt to ass. So, I'm sorry. It was not belt to ass. Because the Eagles offense didn't do shit either. The Lions offense didn't do shit. But the Eagles offense didn't do shit. Like, A.J. Brown, 7 catches, 49 yards, is your leading receiver. Jalen Hurts had 135 passing yards. The Eagles defense is the only reason they're winning games. People showing pictures of Jalen Hurts and shit. Okay. If your offense looks like this, y'all ain't. I mean, you could win a Super Bowl because it might be you versus a fucking other team with an unreal defense. But I just their offense is just infuriating to watch because they have so many good weapons, and I don't know how Kevin Patullo doesn't use them. It's embarrassing, and the Lions' offense obviously didn't look amazing because Dan what the fuck am I calling Dan Campbell. He looked decent calling plays first couple weeks, but now first 2 weeks I think that he did it, but it's not looking great for him this week. And I mean, the Eagles got a great defense, but I feel like the Lions they've done it a couple of times this year. But I mean, the one thing I do want to give credit to the Eagles about is their defense is fucking unreal. They have been holding, which the Packers maybe not so much, but they've been holding most of the good high-scoring teams to low-scoring games and playing their game, and they win. But their offense just has to be figured out. I don't know if it's Jalen Hurts. I don't know if it's Kevin Patullo. I don't know what it is, but I know their offensive line is hurt, and I think they said that Lane Johnson has a Liz Frank injury or something, which probably means he's out for the season. But, I mean, you have 2 basically number 1 receivers on your team. Devontae Smith will probably be a number 1 receiver on a decent amount of teams. You have a great tight end. You have a great number 3 receiver with Jahan Dotson. I just don't know how the Eagles don't score more. They just don't have. There's not been, besides the Giants game a couple weeks ago when they actually fucking threw the ball down the field and they figured out how to run the ball for one game. They've looked insanely good. But their defense is the only reason they're winning these games. The only reason. And that's how it's been. And it's really hurting the Eagles too, that they're actually starting to call false starts on the tush push plays because they had 2 or 3 yesterday where they called false starts on them. And if Riverside's AI is listening to me, you need to clip all this Eagles thing so I can post it online because people are like, oh, give me an update because they want to talk shit. But I'm not scared to face the heat and be all right. Because, I said I thought the Lions was going to win. They didn't win. Eagles fans are also some of the craziest people on earth because they came at us for it. But yeah, I mean, the Eagles, I think they'll make the play. Obviously, they're making the playoffs, but I don't know if they're trying to wait to unleash their offense until the last couple weeks of the season or what. But every time that they have lost an offensive coordinator, it's taken them a year or 2 to find an offensive coordinator that's actually good for him. And then that offensive coordinator does good for him, and then he goes and gets a head coaching job. Because I think their last offensive coordinator was it Shane Steichen? I think it was Shane Steichen. And then he leaves, and now their offense sucks. And I forget who their one before. No, their one last year was Kellen Moore, right? Yeah, I think it's Kellen Moore. And he's on the Cowboys, wasn't he? Yeah, he was on the Cowboys. I don't know who their one was before. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, Eagles, I mean, they win. What else can you really say about it? They win. And a lot of people thought that me and Max were Lions fans or something. No, I'm a Bengals fan. Max is a Steelers fan. Even if Max lives in Cincinnati, he's a bitch. Anyways, yeah, I mean, Lions didn't look good. The Eagles looked great. Jared Goff, I think he might have threw like 30% completions or something. But yeah. Also, the Lions, Dan Campbell, figure out how to punt and kick field goals. There, pal. You fucking jackass. You don't have to go for every fucking fourth down. Like, what, they were 0 for 5? How many? I need to check this out real quick. Hold on. Turnover on downs. Let's see. Punt, interception, field goal, punt. Oh, they did punt twice. Turnover on downs, touchdown. Turnover on downs, turnover on downs. Punt, and field goal. End of regulation. I'm like, dude, you went for 4 straight. 5. Sorry, they were in consecutive drives. Because one of them was a touchdown. So technically, I guess it was 5 out of 6. But just in general, when they got to a fourth down, they went for it that many times in a row. Like, I don't get how that happens. How do you just go for it? Like, a lot of people are like, it's analytics and this and that. I feel like it's got to be feel for the game. If there's got to be times where you're just like, yeah, I don't need to punt it right, or I don't need to go for a fourth down right now. Maybe we should punt it right here. Even if analytics are like, yeah, go for it, dude. You got to have a feel for the game and not listen to analytics. I mean, obviously, analytics maybe helps a little bit, but there should be something in you that's able to be like, yeah, I think maybe we should punt it right here, kick a field goal or whatever. You can't be going for every fucking fourth down you goddamn get. Because 0 for 5 is fucking ridiculous. After 0 for 3, you gotta maybe we shouldn't fucking do that. And then also, we got the Monday night game. I watched this, unfortunately. I knew it was going to be a bad game. Didn't think that the Raiders weren't going to barely score. I know the Raiders' offense is bad, but the Cowboys' defense is worse. Dak played an unreal game again. I think at some point people got to maybe think about putting him in the MVP conversation because he's been having a really great season. I know they're not playing great in general. They're like 4-5-1. Dak's been playing very, very fucking good. George Pickens played unreal. 9 for 144. And a touchdown. CD, touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a touchdown. Flournoy? I don't know how you say his name. He scored a touchdown as well. And Javonte Williams had a good game, and then they played this dude I've never heard of in my life. I think they said his name's like Malik Davis or something. Had a couple carries, but Geno Smith, his ass. Threw the ball 42 times, 238 yards, a touchdown, a pick. Got sacked 4 times. I don't remember because I was like half paying attention to this game because it was just an ass game. But I mean, and their leading rusher was fucking Geno Smith. He had 14 yards. If that tells you anything. And Trey Tucker scored. It was a bad game. Bad. Game was bad. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why the Raiders just didn't fucking run the ball a little more. I mean, it probably would have fucking helped. The Cowboys had the worst defense in the league besides the Bengals. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then all the people that were wondering about, what do you got to say now about the Eagles? What I have to say about the Eagles is they win games. If you're an Eagles fan and you think that you are going to win every game when your offense is putting up like 15 points a game, you're delusional. I know people freak out and be like, oh my God, are you saying this? You're crazy. Well, the Eagles, their defense is the reason they're winning these games. And their offense is just, it's too inconsistent. They got to figure something out. Either throw the ball more or run the ball more, which they did, both of them. Like they ran the ball, I think, almost as much as they threw, or they did more, which is good. Like that's their identity. They are a running team. That's how they're built. They're built to run. But Saquon also doesn't look like Saquon anymore. I know it's only been a year since he had 2,000 yards, but running backs age differently than any other position in the league. So I think the Eagles will be fine. But I just, their offense is just pathetic. They got to figure something out with it. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not talking about college football right now because UC pissed me off. I mean, there was a bunch of games this weekend. There's some good ones. A lot of bad ones. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. The NBA is going on, obviously. I'm not really going to talk about NBA too much, probably until the NFL season's over. Same with any other thing. Besides college football, we'll probably talk about college basketball. We'll probably talk about a little bit. Just kind of depends. Because UC, gotta wait to see if they're good or not. Not really. Because we play fucking Louisville on Friday. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hopefully there's a clip that gets taken out of this from the Eagles part, so I can talk about that on TikTok so people can stop bitching. But yeah, it's gonna do it. And if you got any apps you're trying to use, you need to go on wannaparlay.com. Use code JMP, promo code JMP. Get you 100% deposit match, $10 up to $250. I think it was $250. Yeah, pretty sure. Could be wrong. But yeah, go follow the socials, TikTok, and Instagram. I mean, you can follow Instagram. We don't really post on Instagram a crazy amount. YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Give us 5 stars, rate us, leave some comments, tell us what to talk about, tell us what you want to hear. I mean, you can send us some messages to ask us questions, anything like that. Just let us know. And I think that's gonna do it. So, wannaparlay.com. Go to it. Code JMP. Get you some money. Deuces.